So yeah, and so but the Notorious is the same exact thing, and I love the style, and I love everything about it. Now on 4S they don't really flip, but this one does now with the tires, no problem. That's the V4. This is the sorry, the black one is the V4, the blue one is the V5. As you can see with the 150 Spectrum firmer amp ESC, and then this one has the low 185. And for V4, I did throw some upgrades into it as far as bracing and stuff like that. And I'm still throwing more upgrades. As I've said before, I have for all my Arrma cars, I have at least these, what are these, braces, let's see, and pull balls, stuff like that. And they're already pre-measured, and you know what I mean, all I have to do is look at numbers. Look at the manual, and they're all there. I remember getting them all. And so I just been slowly putting them on. And yeah, so yeah. And you know, the Dementor is a stunt truck, the Jambo is a stunt truck, the Kaiju is definitely a stunt truck, but a lot of times I look at it like a My Buddy, because it's not like a stunt truck like these guys, even though it definitely is, but it isn't, because it's also a ripper, it's a driver, it's like an all-around everything car. This one, you know, of course, this one is too, but if you can kind of understand what I'm saying, these are definitely stunt trucks. This is a friend. This is something that's going to rip through the woods and do stunts. Same as the Max. I believe the Kaiju and the Max is very comparable, especially on 6S. They both kind of behave the same. It's hard to, because they're both very, very powerful. And as you can see, I put the Kaiju tires on there, and I put the landslide tires, Red Cat landslide tires on the Kaiju here, because it actually helps it on 6S to be a little more controllable in the air, because those two cars on 6S, if you take little jumps, you can control the flips, they're not bad, but when you try to go up high, it's hard to get them to kind of land, because if you hit the brakes, it wants to nosedive if you're not careful. If you hit the power, it will want to slam the ass, you know, bring your car, slam your ass in down like that. So, and that can land on the ground like that. A lot of times I've done this, where I've come down, accidentally made it go too far, nosedive, and then at the last second hit that gas, and boy, it just slams off the back end. I haven't had any real breakages from it, but you could definitely see how they would.
Unboxing the.
I guess we are. And as you can see, I brought all these cars out just because of the simple fact that they're all comparable as far as stunt trucks. I think what I meant to say is that the Max high up, even on straight jumps without flips, you almost want to do flips instead, because then you can at least control it a little better when you stop it and it goes to land. It seems like straight jumps even are even a little worse, that you try to get it to land on its legs. So, anyways, that's what I was trying to say. Anyways, they gave me the $50 thing. Like I said, I started up everything, and it wasn't bad. So I call them up again, and they send me a $100 receiver. Now, the receiver for the Spectrum is 99 something. So okay, so I get the receiver because I tried to bind it. I opened it up, which, like I said, it's an EXB. Why am I opening up this thing? Like I said, it's a go-to car for that, you know? And that's my point, is that because it's a go-to car, you know, like I said, if I was just a single person that just like wanted one truck, not that you gotta be a single person, but you know what I mean? But if I wanted one truck, and I didn't really want to be like a hobbyist, and I only wanted to have to fix what I had to fix, and I don't want to have to fix really anything, I would think that I would go to and I know I would definitely look at this truck. It's an EXB, because it's stunts. It's supposed to, you know, it's supposed to be the best, you know, all upgraded, and that's why you pay for it like that. And it's not a roller body; it has the electrics already in it. So why, you know, it's a go-to car that would be taken seriously by anybody that just wanted to buy one or two RCs, and not everybody is a RC hobbyist like me. And just because I'm an RC hobbyist doesn't mean that I should accept a product that has an ESC or a malfunction in it right out the box. I don't think that's very fair. Now, I think it's fair that if the car is working fine and I take it out and I did something to it and it lands wrong and it breaks and You know, that's my fault. You know, I have to fix it. But when, you know, I'll just explain. So anyways, the Italian, whatever, did that, and at that point I ordered this through my Horizon hobby because I wasn't happy. I looked forward to opening the Italian and having it be what I thought it was going to be. Instead I ended up opening the receiver box, which was a pain in the ass, and, you know, having to mess with the receiver. I had to take that out, and, you know, I got to re-sticker the new receiver, so I put that in, and the receiver worked, I got it bound, and the steering worked, but the ESC crapped out. So now, and I'd heard on YouTube that this, I guess, after it crapped out, I went on YouTube, and it said that, everybody said that these are known for crapping out, and, you know, people are just throwing Max 8s in them, and whatever. Well, I'm the type that, you know, if you buy a car from a company, you know, the stuff should last, A. You know, B, you know, I like to know that their product is in the car, and that's what makes it that car. When you start putting all these other things, yeah, it has the shell of that car, but it's really not what they produce. So I try to keep my cars as stock as possible, but I also only upgrade them enough to do what I want them to do. So that's just me. But yeah, the ESC crapped out, and like I said, I went on YouTube, and it also, I saw that it was just like everybody was like normal to it. Well, maybe the people were given cars, you know, but when you pay $800 and it's right out the box, I don't agree with, if I gotta accept the fact that there was a weak arm and something broke or whatever, or if the ESC broke in my jumping ability, landing on a railroad track or something stupid, you know, I gotta accept that. Especially, or if I had been driving it for a while, even just driving it for a few weeks and nothing happened, and then even if it was just a light jump and it broke, you know, but out the box, the car should not be doing that. So I had ordered this through Horizon Hobby. This showed up shortly later. I was able to put it on 4S and 6S, which I do have the videos for, and I'll probably throw them at some point. But I'm gonna make some new ones with this one. Again, halfway through the session, the ESC crapped out. Now, if you go on YouTube, you'll see that everybody does this. However, it's not like that big of a deal, and I thought it was kind of funny that it wasn't that big of a deal when everybody made such a big deal over the XTR Chronos from Team Corelli. As you can see, the Jambo and the Dementor, they're both Team Corelli. You know, why did everybody make such a big deal over their little pivot ball problem when their pivot balls have been the same the whole time, and I've never had a problem with their pivot balls, and I didn't have a problem in the XTR either. So, you know, it just makes you think, you know, why is Arrma kind of getting a pass on this particular problem with the ESCs? I mean, come on, these are ESCs in the car. You know what I mean? Like, this is the electronics. This is like, like, to me, I'm just like, what the heck? You know, I don't understand why you do that. And then you have, you know, and these are the same ESCs that work great in all these other cars. Why are they not working great in this car? You know, that's just not good. So, again, to get back to the point, is that I hope that this car doesn't have that problem, because I did send it back. Because at this point, I will probably keep it because I do love the car, and maybe this is why they do it, because I know I'll probably keep it at some point. But no, I'll just throw a Max 8 in it or something like that, you know. No sense of turning it into an 8S or anything. So guys, thanks for bearing with me and listening to me ramble on. Let's get this thing open.